Team Yoga. My name's Patty, and this is the first in a series of 3 Team Yoga classes. And before we get started, make sure you've got plenty of room to move. If you have a yoga mat, that's great. If you don't, it's still okay. You can practice in your bare feet or wear tennis shoes. Socks can sometimes be a little slippery. And if you have a cushy blanket that you would like to use for our relaxation time, you might want to place it near you. Now, each of these 3 classes will have a similar format. We'll start with some breathing. I might ask you a few questions just to get your yogi inner wisdom thinking. Then we'll have a slightly vigorous warm up just to get our muscles warmed up, our heart rate up a little bit. Then we'll find some yoga poses, and then we'll go into relaxation for a while. Anytime you feel like you need to go to relaxation, you feel free to do so. And I want you to be sure that you only do poses you're comfortable with. If I do something that hurts, maybe you have a shoulder injury or a knee injury, if the pose doesn't fit in your body or doesn't feel right in your body, please skip it. All right, let's get started, okay? First, we're just going to sit. It might be an easy pose like I'm in, or just somehow where you're comfortable. And we're going to take some deep, deep breaths in. So just take a deep breath in and let it out. And just the deepest breath in. And maybe you want to take one hand and put it on your heart and one on your belly and feel that breath go into your body. And after those deep breaths, maybe think about when deep breaths like that might help you during your day. What's a time that deep breaths might calm you, help you through difficult situations? All right, why don't we go ahead and warm up? First, let's just do a couple things seated, just here in easy pose. Let's take our ear to a shoulder, take the other ear to the other shoulder. It's just back and forth, very gentle a few times. And then we're going to raise up our hand, do some starfish fingers, and take that hand behind us, following it with our eyes. And back. One more time on that side. And then the other hand. And then placing that right hand on the floor, we can bend that elbow just slightly, bring the other arm up and over. And to the other side, bending that elbow, taking a long stretch. And just moving at your own pace, maybe with your breath. You can go a little faster, a little slower. Try one more on either side. Very good. Roll your shoulders back. So we're going to stand and do a sun salutation. Actually, I think we'll do 2 or 3 of them. And this is something that you'll find in a lot of yoga studios, that they'll use sun salutations to warm up. We're going to do a very simple one today, And I might add things to it next week and the following week. So we're going to start in a mountain pose, which is just feet under your knees, under your hips, standing tall, head toward the ceiling, arms open. So from mountain, we'll sweep the arms up. We're going to hinge at the hips and find a forward fold. And maybe our knees are bent. We might be touching the floor. Let your head hang down. Grab the floor, either jump or walk yourself back to find a plank. You can put your knees down if you want or leave them up. And hold plank just for a moment. Now we're going to take our belly to the mat. Maybe we put our knees down first. Maybe we take our head and lead with it to the floor, keeping those hands right underneath your shoulders. Now push your head up, your shoulders up, just a little bit for a mini cobra. Then we're going to tuck those toes, take our hips to the sky and find down dog. Now this down dog is going to be a nice V shape. We might feel our ears on our arms if we take our head side to side. And we can even walk that dog by pushing our heels back. Now from here, we're going to either jump or walk those feet to the hands. Find that forward fold again. Sweep the arms up, soften the knees, bring hands above you, and hands to prayer in front. And check in. Let's do that again. Sweeping the arms up, swan dive or hinge forward, forward fold. Jump back to plank or modified plank. Hold there for a breath. And then lower yourself, your belly, your chest to the floor. Take head and shoulders up. And then into down dog. Walk your dog if you choose. And then either jump or walk yourself to your hands. Sweep the arms up. Reach up, maybe look up, and bring hands to prayer center. One more time. Sweeping up, forward fold, back to plank, down to your belly. This time, up a little bit, or you can come on up a little higher, taking your chest forward and your gaze forward. Tuck those toes, hips to the sky, down dog. Walk your dog. And then jump or walk hands, feet to hands. Soften the knees. Sweep up, look up, bring hands to prayer. And check in. How's it going, guys? Maybe the heart rate's up just a little bit. Let's continue to warm up those muscles. We're going to find a chair pose. I know you're used to sitting in chairs a lot. So we're going to find feet right under hips. And we're going to set our hips back. So set back. So we should be able to still see those toes. Lift your chest up, pull your ribs back. You can put hands right on your thighs, out in front, or bring them to prayer. Set a little lower if you care to. And push into those feet and come up. Let's go back there, okay? Sit back in your chair. Push into your toes. And come up. One more time. Let's come down. Now pick those toes up, wiggle them around a little bit. Set them down, give them a good grip. Why don't we stay here in our chair for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. Walk it out a little bit. So we're going to come back to that mountain pose and reach one foot back. We find a little bit of angle on that back foot. The other one's facing forward, the same direction as our knees. Let's start straight and then bend that knee right over that front ankle. We're going to raise the arms up and find a warrior two. So reaching long. You can look out over that front hand if you want in your warrior two. Take a good breath in and let it out. Let's bend that front elbow, take it to that thigh, bring the other arm up and over you so that it's very long, fingertip to toes, and stretch it out in side angle pose. Take a breath in and let it out. And we're going to stay here just for a minute. We're going to take that arm back and around. And maybe we lead forward a little bit, working our shoulder, working through our upper back. Sometimes we're with the computer a lot, so it's good to get a little more mobility in the upper back and in the shoulders. The next time that arm comes up and it's nice and long, leave it there. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, take a hand here and come down, or back up, I should say. So we're going to drop this back hand, take that front hand, palm up, reach it up further. You can look at it if you want, and stretch up in reverse warrior. Take a big breath in and let it out. Nice. And release. Let's turn those feet in one direction. Knees, feet, hips, everything facing the same. And we're going to find a nice flat back. So just come down, kind of tabletop, like you could have a dinner party on your back. And just look at the floor. Lengthen your head out. Stay right there. You can let go of your hands if you want. Let your upper back do the strength, hold you right now. And then dropping over to the floor, you might bend your knees enough to touch the floor. We're going to walk our hands to the right just a little bit. Maybe you touch a toe. Maybe you even grab hold of your ankle or give your leg a hug. Any of those. And then walking yourself to the other direction. Again, saying hi to toes or ankle or leg. And then back to center. Let's flatten that back again. And reach down. Bend the knees again if you need to. Place your left hand on the floor. We're going to take that right hand, bring it to the side and up a little bit to find a twist right here. Looking to the side, push into both feet and take a gaze. Take a breath in and let it out. Look back at that other hand. Trade places. The left hand comes up. And we twist. A breath in here and out and back down. Take hands to thighs, bend the knees quite a bit, push into your feet and come up. We're going to do that same warrior two pose in the other direction on the other leg. So we'll reach that opposite leg out. I'm going to change my angle a little bit. The back leg with a little bit of angle. We'll bend this front knee over the ankle. Reach the arms out over that front leg. You can look out over the front hand if you want. Warrior two. Take a breath in and let it out. Now bending that front elbow, bring it down to that thigh, bringing that other arm up and over. Lengthen, open your heart to the side. Find those feet, those toes and fingers very far from each other. Breath in, breath out. And then if you want, swim it to the back and around. Open up and close. And the next time it comes around, lengthen it out. And then we'll drop that hand, take the other one to the thigh and come up. We still have that knee over the ankle. We're going to drop this hand, take the palm, face it up, look at it, reverse warrior. Take a breath in and let it out and bring it down. Nice job. That was a warrior two, a side angle, and reverse. We're going to do a pose that just everyone knows, and that's tree pose. Now, to do a good tree, you have to think about it. You have to focus, concentrate, and feel confident. It helps to find something to look at, not me maybe. So find a place on the floor, on a wall, someplace you can focus as you find your balance. So we're going to shift our weight into that right foot. Soften your knee a little bit, but stand really tall. And bring that other foot just to the side, still touching the floor. Open your arms. And we're going to go ahead and raise our arms first. Grow those tree branches up. Then, focusing on that place in the room that you chose, tighten your belly a little, breathe, feel confident, and then raise your foot either to the side of your calf or above your knee, but not into your knee. Take a breath there. If you lose your balance at any time, set that foot down. Get your confidence and bring it back up. And breathe. Breathing gives you strength and relief. Let's try the other side. So we soften that knee, engage your belly, find toe on the floor, find your spot of focus, and bring the arms up. In the leg, wherever you want it to land except the knee. Lifting tall and breathing. Nice. And we're going to go on down to the floor, however you want to get there safely. And we're going to start by bringing one foot in, and it may be just anywhere that's comfortable there, and the other foot will extend out, kind of an angle. So we set up really tall. We're going to take that opposite hand and put on the knee. Take that back hand, that left hand, take it behind us. We lift up really tall. Put some space between your vertebrae. Take a big breath in and look over that shoulder. A nice twist. Take a big breath in and let it out. Leave everything where it is except your head and gaze and look at your opposite foot or over your opposite shoulder. Still sitting tall. And if you want, you can pick up that back hand, reach it up and over, reach it toward that toe or grab that toe if you want. Relax your shoulder, relax your head. Take a big breath in and let it out. Nice. And release. Let's find that opposite leg. Bringing it in, setting tall. Opposite hand to knee. We're still tall, head toward the ceiling. Bring that hand behind you. Lift up. Inhale and exhale as you look over your back shoulder. Take a breath in and let it out. We take a gaze toward the other shoulder. And then maybe we pick up the back hand, leaving everything else the same. And reach over toward that leg. Or grab those toes. Big breath in and out. Nice. We're going to bring those legs around and find boat pose. A little bit of core work. So with our feet in front, they can be on the floor about hip distance apart. We're going to just roll back like a boat in the water. We make our belly really strong to hold us. We keep those shoulders back. And maybe we hold on around our thighs, or perhaps we let go and come back just a little bit more. And if you want, you can raise a toe or the other or both and find your boat pose. Take a breath in and let it out. And come down. Give those legs a big hug. Nice. Now we're going to go to the floor. I think I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing a little better. We're going, if you're not already down, you can lower yourself as slow as you can. So just down a little, keep going, and down. Very good. I'm going to do a 4 stretch for our hips. You've probably done it before. You're going to pick up a foot, put your ankle just above the knee. Maybe turn this hip out a little bit. Make sure that the turn is coming out of your hip. And if you want, you can bring it a little closer, either by just lifting or reaching around your thigh. Or you can even take your head up toward it. Just feel a nice stretch in your hip. You take a breath in here and let it out. And then lower the foot, lower your head, and you still have this foot here. Take a walk with it. So you're just going to drop it on the floor and let it fall there. Move around, make it work for your body. Feel that stretch in your hip. Take a breath in there and let it out. And unwrap. We'll do the other side. Crossing that ankle above the knee. Maybe bringing it forward or even reaching around the thigh. Lifting the head if you choose. And then setting your head down and your foot, taking the flat of that foot, just walking it over. There it goes, right to the floor. Good. Stretching the hip right there. Breath in, breath out. Nice. And we uncrisscross there. Bring those legs around. Give them a big hug. You can roll a little if you want. Nice. So we're going to go ahead and do do a little relaxing. If you want to get that cushy blanket, you can. And we're going to just relax, and you can just relax on the floor. You might have your knees up. You might be laid out very comfortably. You might be snuggled in that blanket. You can lay on your side or your belly, or you're welcome to set up. I'm going to go ahead and set up, but you can stay laying down and just listen as I speak. So laying down, or again, setting up, just take your arms out on the floor. And I want you to give yourself a hug. Now, take your hands to your shoulders. Give yourself the best hug. And you can even roll a little from side to side there on the floor. Remembering that your value, you have value, you're loved. And then remembering what arm is on the bottom, open up and cross the other way, putting the other one on the bottom. And as you lay there, give yourself a hug. You can take your chin down a little bit and just roll. Nice. And then we're going to find a place just to relax with your blanket if you want. And I want you to go back to that breathing that we did in the beginning. And just take the deepest, deepest breaths in as you lay there. And I want you to kind of observe the different parts of your body and find any place that has tension. And the next time that you take a deep breath, take that breath to that spot, whether it be your shoulders or your knees. Just breathe into that space and let that tension go. So breathe in, relaxation. Nice. And let go of tension. Inhale the positive and let go of any worries. And I want you to feel very heavy on the floor now. And relax your face and your jaw and your forehead, and let your head feel heavy on the floor. Breathe into your shoulders and your arms and let them feel heavy on the floor. And breathe in, relaxing your belly and your hips and your legs. Take the deepest breath in and relax into the floor, letting it support you. You've supported your body all day. Let the floor support you now. Let your mind relax. Take the deepest breath and feel that sinking relaxation. Just let everything in your mind go for right now. You deserve this time. You deserve this calm. And you deserve to take yourself to this calmness, this place, anytime you need to. And now at this point, if you feel comfortable and in a relaxed place, feel free to continue to rest. Rest that body, honor it for all that it does for you, and honor yourself. But if you want to set up, you can. You can wiggle toes or stretch anything you need. And always come to seated when you want. But I'm going to say goodbye for today and let you either rest or carry on. Hopefully a very peaceful day. And maybe I'll see you again for the next class. Bye-bye, guys.